this was slightly different what we next moved on to. So we'd been looking at creating a breakdown of Lady Macbeth, main plot lines and things like that, and looking at the actual script. Here we are focusing on some link to Shakespearean language, but putting it into context of exam and the actual students that you get in an exam, their internal voice and their external. So we use the idea of physically verbalising the internal thoughts with people behind us. Each person in front is the student and their internal thoughts are behind them. And then we've got the examiner, who is Peter, walking around. This was to put it into context of potentially how we might start the actual piece, the idea of using students' perspective to link it back to how the Year 11s will do it in the exam. So, yeah.
Your time starts now.
Okay, just read the question, try and understand it.
We all created a short sequence of improvisations ourselves in terms of trying to work together. And then we pieced it all together using like times where the internal voices would speak, and then having moments of like synchrony with exams and things like that, and challenges that also faced in terms of not only with the language but stresses in exams to sort of bring about this comedy aspect as well.
Describe the character development of Banquo throughout the play Macbeth using this extract.
Okay, Banquo, he's a guy from Macbeth. Oh, that's really good handwriting today. Oh, it's sweet. No. Concentrate. Banquo, he's a guy.
These will hopefully be really relatable things that the Year 11s can feel that they show within themselves when they're in an exam. Definitely we sometimes exhibited this. We felt like we had an understanding with how they felt because we've taken our exams, especially with the English ones. So this is about bringing out those aspects and also putting in context of an exam question that we'll hopefully unpick throughout the whole piece.
Hey. Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I totally revised the scene last night.
Me too.
He knows what he's doing.
Oh my god, we have no idea what we're doing. Focus.
It's a pretty decent poem. Okay, that's not the question. Okay, never mind. Right.
It's kind of unclear to hear, I feel like. I don't know whether that's just in terms of like the recording and things, but in some moments it would be better to have more clarity and things like that. I like the way that we have like the chairs folded and we have them over the shoulder. It works really well with them popping up and down, and the interaction between the invigilator could help and become a more comedic aspect as well, because this is probably only an intro, but I the clarity is a bit difficult to understand.
Oh! You're in an exam. Wait, it's Banquo. That's the ghost, right?
So there are some references to Macbeth that we're starting to build up now.
The flower, but with the serpent under. No, that's a Lady Macbeth. No, Banquo and Lady Macbeth, they're the same person. Lady Macbeth is a murderess, Banquo gets murdered, murder's a common theme.
So there, nice explanation as well.
Thou hast seen that before thee,
Hiding man stand before window with dagger. What the heck?
This is not English.
You have 5 minutes remaining, students!
Oh my god,
And this like show of like panic. I think this works really well, especially with the interaction with the invigilator as well. And I think it provides like this crazy panic that we could definitely turn into a piece. And this would help building, like we could piece apart each person in the exam, each student, and provide like context into how their themes and like the exam, different exam questions could be answered.
question 2. There's a question 2. Oh my God.
Okay, pause it there.
So that was a bit of improvisation as well, but a really good start into like how we might contextualise the breaking down of each section, questions, things like that to a year 11 audience to make it relatable.